How to spot an energy vampire. We already know what they is. It's exactly what it sounds like. These are people that come in and drain you of your energy. But y'all gotta be mindful. It's not just when people try to bring your vibration down by talking mess about you or trying to get a reaction out of you. Although that are two main things that they do. That's why I say you gotta be mindful. You gotta be conscious. Your awareness gotta be on point, because there's many things that they do that y'all not realizing. Number one, gossip. Gossip, gossip, gossip. When you're around somebody and all they doing is gossip, is bringing your vibration down, and when you participate in it, you're starting to partake in a hateful speech towards other people. And it's bringing your vibration down, because to raise your vibration, you have to have daily affirmations. You have to speak good about yourself and others and do helpful acts. So when you gossiping with people, somebody's reputation is on the line and you talking bad about somebody. This is why all this, this reality TV is pushed you out. It's all gossip, and this is how they lower your vibration. But anyways, number two, they come to you about all of their problems, but only because they want to take advantage of your compassion and your empathy. So I'll give you an example. Somebody who always a Debbie Downer. Nothing in their life ever seems to go right. You get what I'm saying? They come to you about their problems, and they'll start lowering your vibration. You'll be like, oh, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. And they just, well, this, well, that. And sometimes people do this and don't even realize they're doing it. Like I say, it's a spiritual world first before anything. It's nothing realer than the spiritual world. So just be mindful of the Debbie Downers. Then you got the people who carry dark energy with them. And a lot of times you can visualize this. They'll walk into a room and the energy will just be, you just look at them and be like, man, energy vampire. Somebody who's always negative. Never got nothing nice to say about people. Whenever they come around you, it's a whole bunch of negative talk about themselves. When you got somebody who's talking bad about themselves, that's an energy vampire. That's how they drain you of your energy. Because this is what happened. They'll be talking bad about themselves. You be like, nah, you be trying to speak light into them because you got the good heart that you have. And they be like, oh man, but this, it's like it's always a problem. And it's draining you of your energy. And you'll find yourself in situations where you'll want something for them more than they want it for themselves. And you find yourself being drained trying to help them. You gotta have your mind on a swivel. You gotta be up, you gotta be aware, and start protecting your energy, because like I say, people gonna do it. They gonna do it, and they gonna take advantage of your compassion and the empathy that you have. And the only kind of people that do stuff like that, well, I ain't even gonna say people, but the only kind of deities that'll take advantage of somebody's kindness in their heart is a demon. So wake up. These energy vampires, they out here and they got a job they got to do. So make sure you shine bright. Make sure you practicing forgiveness every single day. Make sure you saying daily affirmations. Make sure you make sure you showing gratitude and spend time out in nature and do the things that bring you fulfillment. Feed your spirit, not your flesh.
Let's talk about the people who don't drink blood. They drink bandwidth.
This is your reminder that there are energy vampires out there. And you may ask, Sarah, what's an energy vampire? I'm so glad you asked. An energy vampire may come disguised as a friend, but whenever you think about it, they only hit you up about their problems, their insecurities, their drama. They never check on you. They never see how you're doing in your life. They only show up when there's a crisis. And I'm not saying don't be a good friend. If someone's going through something, of course you show up for them. But you have to recognize the pattern. Are they ever there for you when things are good? Or do they only reach out with their next crisis? Because that's not a friend. That's an energy vampire, and you are their free therapist. So if you have one of these people in your life, you need to block them, delete them, distance yourself from them, because they will drain you of all of the positivity in your life, suck it, take it for themselves, and leave you just as empty as they are. So protect yourself.
You know the type. Your phone lights up, and before you even read the message, your shoulders drop. You haven't opened it yet, but somehow you're already tired. That's not intuition being dramatic. That's your nervous system saying, oh no.
Energy vampires, they don't just roam the streets at night, but they do a lot of damage in the day. See, they are designed and assigned to feast off your energy. Now, these are 3 signs that you might be in the midst of an energy vampire. Number 1, they cause your mental and emotional bank account to be overdrawn. In other words, they make more withdrawals than they ever do deposits. They're always drawing from you, pulling from you, draining you, It's always a crisis. It's always a tragedy. They come around and they never make a deposit in your life. They never encourage you. They're always pulling from you. Sometimes we got to ask ourselves the question, what's feeding me and what's bleeding me? These people are professional takers. They love to take, but they very seldom give. Number two, these people feel good about conversation, but very little about application. They come to you time and time again, engaging you in conversation, but that conversation never translates into application, taking that wisdom that you're giving them to apply to their situation for change.
Not this again. Energy vampires don't show up with capes and fangs. They show up with, hey, you got a minute? And that minute turns into an hour-long documentary about how the world has personally victimized them.
They think that they're making some moves in life and they're changing their situation just because they're having a conversation. So 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 3 years from now, they're in the same situation with the same person in the same relationship on the same job, doing the same thing, complaining because they have lived a life of conversation that doesn't translate into application, which translate into transformation to change their situation. How you know you in the presence of an emotional or energy vampire? Number three, they will drain you of your energy because they're so negative. You're always upbeat, very optimistic. You're very conscious about what comes out of your mouth because you understand that blessings in life is in the power of your tongue or curses. These people come around and it's like a dark cloud follows them. They're always negative. Whenever they're in your presence, they drain you. No matter how upbeat, no matter how optimistic you are. That's because these emotional vampires have drained you of your stamina, your endurance, your joy, your peace. They specialize in that. The remedy for any energy vampire that's draining you of your strength, your power, your focus, your peace, your joy, is not wearing garlic around your neck or putting a cross in front of their face. No, the remedy is boundaries. Stop being so accessible for people that specialize in feasting off of your joy. Stop being a buffet for bleeders.
You know, when I heard about energy vampire for the first time, I was definitely confused. I'm like, what does it mean? How does it feel like? What is the signs? Here's the thing. I can guarantee you that you and me would definitely been siphoned before. We definitely were surrounded by energy vampires. I believe that there are long-term exposure to energetic vampires and there are short-term exposure. Let's talk about it. So short-term exposure to energetic vampire looks like this. Let's say you have a toxic friend and you meet up with them only once a month. Let's say when you're getting close to that date, you'll start feeling that anxiety in your gut. Instead of just feeling calm, you feel anxiety. Sign number 2. When you're hanging out with that friend, you'll feel tension all over your body. You'll feel tension on your neck, on your shoulders. It's almost like your body is getting into this fight or flight mode. Number 3, when you are hanging out with them, you'll feel tired, exhausted, sleepy, lethargic. I used to have toxic friends. I purposely would sleep 10 hours before hanging out with them. And even after 3 hours of talking to them, I would start falling asleep. And of course, as expected, when you finish hanging out with them, you feel lethargic. You don't feel as happy as before. You don't feel motivated. You feel maybe a little bit depressed. It's almost like someone took a little bit out of you, a little bit of your life juice. Now, the long-term exposure to energetic vampires looks awful. Let's just say that. Have you seen people who don't know who they are? They have no identity. They are super anxious. They don't know what they like, what their favorite color, what they like to eat. They're always scared. Their skin looks super dull, lifeless. Their eyes look super dull, lifeless. You are losing yourself. That's their whole point, to suck the life out of you, to get you to the point where you literally are empty shell. You are empty. You have literally nothing to give. Anyway, so these people are parasites, so protect yourself.
That is exactly what these energy vampire, toxic, narcissistic people want you to do. They want you to stay hidden. They want you to stay silent. Your light shines so bright that they are threatened by it. So they go out of their way to try and suppress you by putting you down, by shaming you, by making you feel as if you shouldn't shine, by making you feel like you're doing too much, just by being your authentic self, right? So they want you to dim your light. They want you to go into hiding. They want you to stay quiet, okay? But the very way to combat this is to actually shine even more, to be yourself even more, to speak up even more. And this might trigger them, this might piss them off, but that has nothing to do with you. You are here to be your most authentic self, right? And the fact that they cannot be their authentic self, that's a them problem. That's not a you problem. But you cannot allow these people to force you into hiding, to force you into silence, right? You deserve to shine your light. The world literally needs your light. So you can't allow these people to make you feel as if you are not meant to shine, okay? And that's why they force a lot of their victims to unalive themselves, because they make their victims feel as if they don't matter, as if they don't belong here, when in fact, the world needs you. The world needs your light. So don't let these narcissistic energy vampires suck the life out of you, drain your energy, or steal your life force. Keep shining.
I think everybody's figuring out this year who their real friends and family are, because everybody that I talk to is falling off with like other people, including myself. And I think it has to do with the fact that we are getting so good at reading energies. We're just getting really, really good. I don't know what it is about this generation this year, but I'll be around a person and I'm like, I'm really good at reading their energy. I'm like, there's something about this person that I don't like. It turns me off. I'm going to stay away from this person. Like, I'll give you an example. I fell out with like a really, really good friend of mine from years. And for the past year, I started noticing that this friend was just like acting weird. And like, even though they were not like really, really extra with it, there were things that they were doing that was just like really turning me off. And I'm like, I felt deep down that if I were to tell this person how I felt, we would have a break fight and then we would stop talking. And I did exactly that. Like, I called them out on their bullshit and we stopped talking. And I was 100% correct. And I feel like a lot of people this year are realizing that, like, if you tune into the energy of yourself and the person and you feel something, like there's something about the person that you feel, whatever it is, go with that gut feeling. Stay away from these types of people. Number one, the person that never congratulates you on anything. You may have won the lottery and they're never going to congratulate you. They're just going to sit there and listen to you and be like, oh, that's cool, yeah. Number two, the person that is friends with everybody. Listen, you can be friendly with people and you can get along with everybody, but if you are actually friends, like I'm talking about really good friends with everybody, you must be a fake person. There's no such thing as someone just being friends with everybody. Number three, the person that talks about everybody. They are putting out everybody's dirty laundry and saying, oh, I probably shouldn't say this, and still continue to say it. Number four, the person that is always making fun of everybody. If you see somebody making fun of people, especially people that have issues or health issues or people that are just going through it, that is an evil person. Stay away from them. And lastly, the person that gives you a bad feeling. You know, when you're around somebody and you get this gut feeling about them, it's like they're saying all of the right things, but you just feel some type of way about them. Yeah, stay away from that person.
Now let's be clear. Being a good friend, beautiful. Compassion, necessary. Showing up when someone is genuinely going through something, that's love. But there's a difference between supporting someone through a storm and being their permanent emergency contact for self-created hurricanes. Here's the pattern. Every conversation is a crisis. Every solution is, yeah, but every week is the same episode, just slightly remixed. You ever notice how some people get real quiet when you offer an
How to know if somebody is an energy vampire? You want to know how somebody is an energy vampire? I got you. All you got to do is give them solutions. All you got to do is ask yourself, who be coming to you with all the problems? Every time they contact you, is negative. Every time they contact you is drama. Every time they contact you is chaos, right? Every time they contact you, they playing the victim role. So all you got to do is notice who be giving all their energy to the problem. So what you do is give them a solution, right? Oh, why don't you just try doing this then? Oh, all you got to do is this and you good, you know what I'm saying? Because once you do that, whoop, whoop, see what I'm saying? And if you notice, that same person that was so loud, had so much to say about the problem, it's like their brain stopped working when you start giving them solutions. Why don't they show any interest in solutions? Energy vampires get turned on and get excited about the problem, but they never show any interest when you give them solutions that you know are going to help them. Who be on level 10 when it comes to the problem, but literally get on level fucking 0 when it comes to the solution? It's like they programmed not to do the right thing. They programmed to be in a loop. They programmed to not be able to understand the message. Right? These are energy vampires. They come around you to drain your energy. They feed off your energy. You probably got a whole lot of light, right? A high state of consciousness. They come around you and they feel better, but you feel drained. That's the byproduct of being around energy vampires. They get a boost, right? And you get drained, right? So that's the byproduct of hanging around and being around and entertaining energy vampires. A lot of your family, a lot of your day ones are energy vampires. You see what I'm saying? And at this point, they become attachments, and just because you knew them for a long time, right? So that's how you know somebody is an energy vampire. All they want to do is focus on the motherfucking problem. They don't want to give no attention, no response to the solution. You probably done been through this shit. You would think they'd be listening like, yeah, let me try that. Makes sense. They ain't never think about it that way. You know, nah, they don't be like that. They shut completely down. It's like, what the fuck? What about the truth, right? Puts you on mute. The truth puts you on mute, and I don't get that. Identify these energy vampires. And sometimes they be in your family. So you gotta learn to feed people with a long-handed spoon. And that is what it is. You know, I ain't come to preach, but I did come to teach. I did come to speak and try to see who I can reach. It's all love.
Actual solution, they were just on level 10 about the problem. You say, okay, why don't you try this? And suddenly it's dial-up internet behind their eyes. Buffering, no signal. That's because some people don't want solutions, they want stimulation. The problem is their hobby, the chaos is their comfort zone, and your energy, that's the snack. Another sign, they only show up when you're down. Post a win, silence. Share good news, oh, that's nice. Mention you're struggling, they appear like they had your location on Find My iPhone.
This how you expose an energy vampire. This how you expose a monster spirit. Tell them that you're going through something bad, even if you're not. Even if you had all the blessings in your life, pretend like or act like you're going through something, and you will see the reaction like, oh my gosh, what happened? Tell me what happened. And I'm here anytime. If you need me, just come to me. But you gotta understand the fact that these people are deep down insecure about themselves. So it's gonna be to a point where they hear something bad about you, it's gonna make them feel good in a way, like they're like, yeah, we gone. You know, is that when you're doing good in your life, just living your day-to-day regular life, like the blessings you receiving, they're nowhere to be found. They're not giving no praise. They're not just uplifting you. But the moment you tell them something bad, but the moment you post something that you're going through, something like a dark moment on your story, they're right there. They're popping right out of the woods, out of the trees, just hunting, because you already understand the fact that it's all a spiritual warfare at the end of the day. So that's how you expose a monster spirit or energy vampire. Just pretend or you actually going to something bad. Just tell them that you're going to do something bad and watch how fast they're to react to that. You gotta understand the fact that when you're in the dark, when you're going through a bad moment, is when these energy vampires can come in and hide their true intentions to act like they care about you, but whole time they want your energy, they want to drain you. But versus being in the light, they're scared to be in your presence, they're scared to come around you, because they know that your light is going to expose their true intentions. Your light is going to expose that they're an energy vampire, that they're a monster spirit. You feel what I'm saying?
Folks don't celebrate you, they monitor you. And let's talk about gossip for a second. If every hangout turns into a character assassination marathon, understand something. If they're that comfortable dissecting other people with you, they're probably dissecting you with someone else. Constant negativity isn't bonding, it's corrosion. The biggest clue, though, the emotional math. Are they making deposits into your life? Encouragement, support,